we bought a Superior grain dryer 4 or 5 years ago now, and it's probably one of the most important pieces of our operation. It does a lot for us throughout the harvest season, keeping our combines running, because we try to start early for this early harvest premium. Most years there's always a really good harvest premium, and then some years when we plant this double crop corn in October, when we're trying to harvest it, it's 25-26% still mid-October, so you're going to have a dryer for sure then to get it dried out, because we're running out of heat that time of year to naturally dry it down. So for us, it's just a very important piece of our operation, and I was just going to kind of show y'all some basic steps of how we start this thing off every morning, and kind of show y'all what it looks like when it's running. So we'll come out here to the main control panel here, and we'll open it up, and when we get it open, Superior's got a pretty basic concept going as far as their control panel. It's just basically on and off switches, and we'll just start off by turning everything, your main interlock into auto. We'll start off the wet fill. The dryer's already filled. If not, it would light up here. We'll start off the unloading. We'll get it going. The next step's going to be to actually turn the fans on, and they'll come on in sync. You'll see how they start over here and come across. So as all the fans start kicking on and everything like that, the next step is going to be the heat element of the grain dryer. So your burner's going to come on. So once all the fans are running, we'll turn the burner on. And today we're going to be drying at 190 degrees. It's kind of where we're going to be running at today. We got several combines running. We're not drying much at night because we lose our heat at night. It's cooling down into the 60s here. It's a lot more efficient for us to dry during the day. So what we do is we always crank up in the mornings and let that dryer run, unless we're in some really wet corn and we need to dry at night. But right now we're running in that 21-22% range, so the dryer's able to keep up pretty good. And right now the wet bin's about half full. We'll be cranking up the combines in an hour and a half or so. So it'll catch up, and if we get in trouble, we got a second wet bin. But we can always turn this temperature on up. We've dried on up into the 220 range when we really need to, when we're trying to dry some 30% moisture corn. But today 180, 190 degrees where we're going to be running, and we should be running in that 4,000 bushel an hour range, which is a good range for us. It's very efficient and very cost effective. We're very fortunate we're on natural gas, so our cost to dry at 10 points is running with electricity about 7-8 cents. So it really works out really well for us on that.